I'm going to ask you guys to introduce yourselves briefly, our judges. I mean, who wants to start? Who's the bravest one?
I'll go first. I'm Scott Hoffman. I have an MBA. I'm the managing sponsor for Burgeon Fund. We buy profitable companies. I'm also a coach for Fund Launch and some other programs. That's probably enough about me for now.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
I'll go. Um, I've been an investor for 4 years, ran my own syndicate fund, and most recently worked for a venture studio where I started new companies around open source software projects.
Yeah, so we can see that you're a venture studio guy. Just by how much energy they take, right? I was going to tell you, I'm actually doing a venture studio event later this month. Just happened today, but we'll talk about it. Anyways, and I think we have Enrique. Enrique
Yes,
left.
my name is
Yeah.
Enrique Triay. I'm uh, I'm an engineer originally. I'm a mechanical engineer. I worked in pharma for a couple of years before I got my MBA. I spent 15 years at corporate finance at Hewlett Packard, Latin America region at the end. I'm in Miami. I work I started a number of companies. The longest running actually was Climate Data Corp, which was still around. I exited a couple of years ago. Uh, I don't know if you follow the hurricanes, on NBC. John
Yeah.
Morales, the weatherman, he was my partner. We started this when right out
Wow.
of college years ago, and then, um, um, but I work at the Launchpad, University of Miami Center for Entrepreneurship. Been here since 2020. Before that,
Mm-hmm.
for 7 years or 8 years, I started the incubator at Broward College up in Fort Lauderdale. I
Okay.
ran that too. I ran a number of accelerator programs, and I work half time here. The rest of the time, I have a startup. I have a streaming media platform that's about to launch in Vizio TVs now, mid-November, targeting the Hispanic market. But I mentor startups locally in Miami. I heard you guys are going to be here soon. I hope to
Yeah.
meet many
Yeah,
of
we
you.
might actually come to
Definitely.
you to the University of Miami.
Yes.
I think November, right now we have it for November
All
12th
right.
because you guys have an Emerge event. So
Oh,
we're going to be joining for that.
right. I'm
Yeah.
putting that together, by the way. Oh, okay. So you're going to be here for that.
We would love to, yeah. We just got
Oh,
the kind of like the
absolutely.
approval and everything. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're probably
I
going to
look
see each
forward
other
to
in
it.
person too.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
then we can probably learn more about the Launchpad also when we're there. So
Okay.
amazing. Okay, so thank you guys so much for the introductions. We're going to start with the pitches. And the first one we have on the list is Kubik by Juan Pablo. So as a reminder, I will be cutting you off. We do have, a schedule and we can't really hold our judges much like longer than we're supposed to. So I will be cutting you off at 3 minutes. If it's a couple seconds over, it's okay. But if you go into like 3:30, 3:20, I will be cutting you off. And we also will have 3 minutes for questions. So don't worry. If you forgot to mention something really important, I'm sure our judges are going to ask you about it. Okay?
Good
So
question. Quick question before we start.
yeah.
When are we gonna score? Right after each pitch? Because we need to be switching back into the spreadsheet, and
Yeah,
I want to make
I
sure.
think like maybe after, yeah, right after each pitch, we are gonna give you a few minutes to think it over in the
Okay.
end. But
Okay.
I think it would be better if you just like during the Q&A, maybe you put in the scores in. It's very easy. You don't really have to do a lot of notes. It's just the
Right.
points from 1 to 5, and
Right.
then it's gonna automatically put it all together and calculate the results.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
awesome. Okay, I'm gonna start my trusty timer here. 1 second. And also, guys, I'm gonna give you all rights to share your
Share the
screen.
screen.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so Juan Pablo, you are
Okay.
starting now.
Okay. So, well, my name is Juan Pablo Glempau. We are Cubic. We solve design problems with analytical automation within the construction industry. This industry is, is huge. It's projected to be $21 trillion by 2023. If we divide it, we have like 5 to 10% in design, 2.1 trillions, and 19 trillions go actually into construction. But 22% of that is cost overruns caused by design. So what we see here that design is 5% of the budget, but 22% of the problem. That's a $4.2 trillion problem. So we're trying to solve that in a very niche way. why is this happening is because projects are very iterative, they're very complex. We have lots of trades working together and trying to coordinate. These curves represent when they reach the milestone to start construction. They are never finished, never ending projects, I call them. But there's good news in the industry. There's a current trend, which is BIM. BIM is when the software designers are using is getting smarter with better and complex databases that are very detailed, and this is a huge opportunity. So the solution is that we are developing an analytical system or algorithms on a SaaS platform that checks projects compliance automatically. This is oriented for project managers in large-scale projects with which we are working right now, and mainly that are using actually Autodesk BIM solutions. We're working on Autodesk cloud systems. The framework here is that we receive models, which are actually the projects. We aggregate all the requirements. It's the first part of the platform. The second part of the platform is actually the black box or the algorithms that compare and analyze if the requirements are met by the project within the models. And the third part is just simply when we display this information in actual dashboards and actionable data that you can work with and iterate and feedback the projects and make them better. So what this first stage looks like is like the input manager. It's where you aggregate all the data, you place in the data. We're working with AI. It's trying to make it better, to make it faster, to make it more reliable. Then when we make the comparison A/B, we create dashboards. These dashboards are to give managers better insight, risks, progress, claims, etc., better information for better projects. From this process, we get a very detailed engineer-friendly spreadsheets that detail exactly what's happening space by space or element by element within the project. This gives a superpower for designers to feedback and to make better designs. For architect-friendly, this is how we present information to architects. It's actually in their floor plans, what is compliant and what is not. This is from an actual project. It's a hospital. And for managers, we create dashboards that are actually very simple or highly summarized, where we prioritize only, give one KPI, one trend, and in some cases, some sort of data like feedback or systems.
Okay.
The business
You're
model.
out of time, Juan Pablo. So
Okay.
Yeah, probably we should stop here. It's 3:15. Right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Any feedback or questions from our judges?
So you're pre-revenue, right?
Yes and no, but because we are actually working with this with 5 hospitals in Chile, but this is not yet a software as service. So as a software as service, we don't have revenue, but as a consulting firm, we do have.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Anything
said
else?
you're working with hospitals?
Yeah, that's part of the strategy is to solve this problem first with hospitals, which are actually probably the most complex scenario to solve this problem was in hospitals. So the effort is to, if we solve it there, then we can solve it anywhere.
Okay, and you talk about which kind of design problems when it comes to a hospital? Specifically.
So there's lots of different types of design problems. For example, if you do have the surface requirements, the equipment within a room, for example, what I was showing recently, that's a board where we show if you have or you don't have all the plugs or the connections, all the services. And that's actually a key metric to know if each one of the trades is doing well their job or not. So that kind of stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Is compliance an especially big problem for hospitals?
It is a especially big problem for hospitals. I think it's very applicable there. You have huge projects. Usually hospitals are big. There's lots of rooms. There's lots of requirements. There's lots of equipment. And that makes this it's more needed in a hospital than anything else.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for Juan Pablo? No, everybody's good. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your pitch. Thank you. You
Thank
were the
you.
first one. It's not an easy feat to be the first one. So
Yeah.
extra karma points your way.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
I forgot
Yeah,
to start the timer, so as a reminder to
that's okay.
the other, put a timer.
Yeah, it's okay. That's like
Okay,
comes with
okay.
practice, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, wonderful. Next one is Eco-Free by Juan Antonio.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna share the screen. Wait a second.
Okay. All right, and I'm starting your time once you share.
Wait, here it is.
Okay.
Nope, that's not.
Yep, we can see it. Okay, starting your time.
Okay. Well, okay. Um, how can it be that the substance we use for cleaning and disinfection may be more dangerous than the very agents we seek to eliminate? We in Eco3 remains cleaning and disinfection, revolutionary approach to an environment care and personal well-being. Hello, I'm Juan, and I want to talk to you about Eco3. Eco3 is a HaaS, a hardware service for cleaning and disinfection surface and food. And it's an economical, eco-friendly, and efficient way. It's incredibly versatile and can be adapted to our clients' process and protocols. For our support, we aim to optimize the implementation of our technology and continuously improve process on our clients. Eco3 reduces the use of harmful chemical products. Since its production site, it decreased the consumption of single-use plastic packaging, which turned to reduce waste generation and save costs related to logistics, storage, and the purchase of products we replace. In short, Eco3 creates safer and more sustainable operations. How we do it? We do it with this device that generates aqueous ozone with cyber ions using only the tap water as an input. Both ozone and silver have powerful disinfection properties, and their combined action delivers impressive results, achieving 99% effectiveness against viruses and bacteria. Each Eco3 enables the water of equivalent to 7 pools of 10 liters to be free of harmful chemicals, prevents the generation of 30 kilos of single-use plastic packaging that will be otherwise end up waste. Since it's 100% safe, it causes no workplace accidents, and also delivers about 2,000 per year in costs associated with the products we replace. Our time includes any company that requires cleaning and disinfection, basically all of them. But before, the Chilean industry cleaning and disinfection market worth $2 billion. Our SAM are companies in the food preparation industry, the Eureka channel with particular focus on cafeterias, and facility providers with food quality environments. Our target market represents a potential of 55 Eco3 installed. Our zone is determined by the production limitations and our estimate growth potential based on the organizational structure. In economic terms, for 4,700 units will be installed to 27. That would generate 3 million in sales annually, a year. A little of story, we found Sunny in January of 2020 with the goal of developing Eco3. By March of 21, we secured our first client. And by May, we achieved our main validation tool, the ESP registration. In February, we started working with our main client, New Foods. We are now present across all the locations nationwide. In March, we are recognized by Corfo with the Seed Expand Award and received an extension of this program in this year. By September, we reached our 100th client, and we're also starting to working with Aramark. What's next? We're currently advancing discussions with with the main local food company, and we have pilots very stage with other companies and many industries, among others. This allows us to project 4,700 Eco3 units installed by 27. We're also focusing on new developments that will allow us to track metrics such as carbon footprint reduction, plastic, and toxic chemical consumption.
And
As well as
that's your time. I have to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Antonio, that's your time. Okay, but now we do have more time for questions. So let's start maybe who wants to go first? Anybody?
So I'm not a scientist. I just want to confirm, are you treating tap water or wastewater?
we are treating tap water. We connect our device, this device. This is the device. We connect this device to the tap water and generate ozone, aqueous ozone plus with but plus silver. to generate a liquid solution that can disinfect and clean surface and food.
So this solution, you create this silver ionized solution, right?
We
And
create the
that's
formula.
Mhm.
We create the formula and we manufacture them on China.
Manufactured what in China?
The machine, the device.
Oh, the machine. Yeah. But the device produces this purified water with silver ions in it, right? Which is
Yeah.
a disinfectant, and you use it like that. I mean, you don't add anything other to it.
No,
Okay.
just tap water, electricity, and air. That
And
are
that tap water
the
is in a tank that's used throughout the facility, or
no, no,
how
no.
does yeah.
You produce it online.
Mm-hmm.
On demand. Whatever the amount that you want, you can produce it. You can put it in a sprayer or in a basket,
Okay.
in a cabinet, and you
Okay.
can bring it to anywhere in your operations.
Okay. So you're setting
In
up.
fact, in fact, you can plug it to line production, for example, of fruits and vegetables,
Mhm.
where the process includes water. You can transform that water into a disinfecting solution
Okay. And where does the silver come from? What do you use for that?
from a cartridge that we put into the machine.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Jordan, any questions from you?
Yeah. I'm curious, it seems like this is used on site. How is that typically done right now? Is that something that there's an alternative solution for, or are they just using sort of not clean water?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
What is the like alternative solution to this right now? How are they
Bleach,
get
bleach, or any chemical product that you use for cleaning or disinfection.
and what's the disadvantage of using bleach as opposed to the
That's
silver?
chemical that contaminates, that is harmful for people, that's its contamination, that the, for example, the US market and the European markets don't allow export fat products that has bleach, for example, in the production line, stuff like that. For example, here we export many salmons and many fruits and many vegetables that uh, are my clients ask for no for chemical free lines of production.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, does that answer your question, Jordan?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Juan Antonio. That was the time. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, super exciting product, I think, personally. And
Thank you.
next, yeah, I am actually, yeah, I do like your product a lot. But next up, we have Car Pilot and Javier presenting Car Pilot. Javier, are you ready?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I'm going to start your time once you start sharing.
Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm done.
All right,
Okay.
let's
First of
start.
all, okay, sorry. First of all, buying a car can be a real headache. Because you start to search for a price, just a price, and you got swamped with a lot of advertisement in your social media, with starting from no clear price. So you are obliged to leave your data and give quotations. So you finally get swamped with calls from salespeople like this, or maybe with a lot of conversations with dealership with no value for you. So that's we created Car Pilot, your new car with AI, centralized and stress-free for users. How we do it? Instead to go to any website or advertisements, you go to our AI agent, and you receive the best offer in the first 24 hours based on your requirements and fully protecting your data. So we already have a network of dealerships connected. So whenever you're ready to move forward with a car, we set the appointment for you, and in just that moment we share the data. We don't share data with any other dealership from the network, and we you are ready to move forward and buy, the dealership pay us a commission fee, and you get a reward or cashback. So we want to be the Google Flights, but for cars and with AI. So the value is clear. For dealerships, we triple the appointment with fully qualified leads at the half of the cost. And for users, we offer the best deals all in one place. The market of cars in USA is huge. There are sold like 12 million of new cars every year. We 1% of commission fee is the average commission for any salesman in that industry. And with a ticket of 27K average, there's a huge market over 3 billions just in US, and this solution can be implemented in any country. So our competitors are marketplace, but we offer quality over quantity. They offer just quantity of leads, and so we offer the quality of an agency, but the with a huge inventory like a marketplace. So we offer you the card that you want, not that we have. So the lead team in this startup is focused is based is located in two countries. My co-founder is from Mexico. I am from Chile. He's experienced leader in innovation from a multinational company that is called Nielsen. He has experience building product from 0 to 1 million in sales. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am a recognized data scientist. And also we have a strong advisor team in data, in real estate, and B2B sales from different countries. And why choose us? Because we have traction. We already have 1-2 million pre-qualified leads in the industry. We overcome from real estate in 2023. We were focused there, but we pivoted to the automotive industry, keeping profit and showing we are agile to lead the company. So in the last 3 months, we have 75 dealerships with contracts with dealerships, and we have sales in two countries, Chile and Mexico. And this is important, money is important, but also we want to generate a more transparent market for users and more scalable for dealerships. Thank you. Sorry if I went too fast, but because I tried to achieve the
No, no,
3 minutes.
no, no, no. Wow, that was exactly like 3 minutes, like 3:05. You're perfect. Thank you. Woohoo.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Javier?
Yes. So you generate leads for the dealers in your network, and when they close on a car, you get the commission. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, at this moment, we have a B2B process. We connect the advertisement for them and we pre-qualify for them. But the mainly idea on this pivoting is to generate our own portal to generate for them. So this is the next step. At this moment, we are asking for a fee, like a B2B SaaS, pre-qualifying for them. But the next stage is just that, yeah,
Okay, so
connect
you
different networks and generate the leads for them.
right. So you right now they pay they pay you for the leads,
Yeah, they pay me.
for the pre-qualified leads, that
Yeah,
is. And then
exactly.
when the car is sold, if it's sold, is there a commission too, or that's for the future?
Actually, we have variables. Not really at this moment. It's not when it's sold, but for the next stage, it's gonna be. And we're gonna measure with a cashback system. So if you buy, you're gonna tell us, and we're gonna give you a reward for that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
The
for the
big
questions. Mhm.
the big problem that companies like Carvana had and continue to have is getting people to use their platforms. The cost of customer acquisition is really, really high. What are you guys doing different than what those guys, and I'm using that term generally, girls and guys, are doing to, because you're all fighting over the same general number of leads. What are you doing to be different? Because the AI part of it is curious and that might get you early adopters, but I don't think that gets you mainstream buyers.
Mhm. Excellent question. There's super important the value for the user. At this moment, we want to generate a marketplace that is more like ChatGPT for search cars. Actually, if you see statistics, there the people spend like 14 hours in just find the right car to buy. So it's a really it's not really a good process in marketplace like Carvana. You have to do a lot of effort, go for a lot of pages to find your best deal. So we offer the assistant that make the process for you. That's why it's called Car Pilot, because it's like a copilot for search cars.
So you're getting paid a fee right now. What percentage of that fee do you need to spend to acquire a qualified lead?
At this moment, we are not spending money in acquiring leads because we are connected to advertisement for companies. So the companies spend the money for advertisement, and I send the leads. Okay. At this moment, I am doing trials with another marketplace that they receive money like a budget every month, like 10,000 per brand to generate leads for them, to generate traffic. So they are already paying for that and just generating more traffic and distributing the leads, because you pay 10,000 for 100 leads, but that generate 10,000 leads, and those leads not fit. Some of those leads not fit with your brand, so we resell them to other brands because they wanted cars from other brands. So at this moment, we are not spending anything. I understand the problem of marketplaces. We There's a big challenge for us to generate value for users and generate people, but we are sure if we add the enough value for users, there's gonna use your portal.
Okay. Do we have any questions from Jordan, or we could just switch to the next company?
I am kind of curious about your traction with dealerships. What does that
Mhm.
look like right now? I imagine it's a pretty fragmented market. So how are you tackling that?
Okay. Sorry. The question is about my traction. How much I sell, or
How
what?
are you effectively targeting dealerships right now?
Yeah, at this moment, for instance, you are a dealership, and usually a dealership have a lot of sorry, you are a brand, and a dealership have a different a brand have a different dealerships. So usually you have, for instance, 10 dealerships in the country. So we connect one brand, but we achieve 10 dealerships in just one brand. I'm clear, or is not the question?
No, that's helpful.
Mhm. All right. Thank you so much, Javier. Thank you, Jordan. You can stop sharing now, and we're gonna go to our next company. So next up is Andres with Self. Andres, ready?
Well, I'm Rodrigo, no, not Andres. Let me share that.
Oh, okay. Who's presenting then? Sebastian?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Okay, well, there's a lot of you guys here, so all
Yeah,
right, whoever wants to present. All right, let's start.
do you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Imagine you're a novice investor unsure of where to begin. You hear about the potential of stocks, but the complexity can be overwhelming. In today's financial environment, most people want to invest in stocks because they are relatable. However, many find themselves confused and hesitant due to the complexities involved. This is where self comes in. We create an artificial intelligence engine that dynamically manages stocks. Our platform analyzes thousands of companies in real time, removing emotion and biases to make informed investment decisions. Daily rebalancing ensures your portfolio stay optimized for better performance. With self-invest smarter, not harder. Our platform uses this technology to help everyday investors. Stealth is an algorithm that manages your investment without constant oversight. You just set your preference, and our IA automatically buy and sell stocks based on real-time market analysis and tailored strategies. One big challenge for many investors is knowing when to buy and sell. Our IA solve this concept with watching market trends and adjusting your portfolio in real time. This ensures your investments are growing and match your risk tolerance, so you can enjoy investing without the stress of making every decision. But we don't just focus on automation. We offer an easy-to-use interface that puts investors in control. Users can review their portfolio and see how their investments are doing, and they can change their preference anytime, all while knowing our technology is working hard in the background. Our mission is to make the stock market accessible and manageable for everyone, whether you're a novice or something with a bit more experience. We believe that everyone should have the opportunity to grow their wealth confidently without getting bogged down by the intricacies of investment management. Our indicator, we have all almost 500 clients and a little more than 100 clients under. We did the commercial launch on December last year. Our team, our founder, we are 3 engineers, and we have partnerships with Itaú and Vector Capital to do our business here in Chile. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you so much. I think this was exactly 3 minutes, so great job. Quick question, you guys, on your traction slide, I think you mentioned that your amount under management was 300 million. Did you guys mean maybe 1,000?
300.
Okay. So that's 300K. I think it's mil in Spanish,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Just kind of a quick note. So it's 300,000 under management right now. Okay, thank you. And let's start with our questions.
I think my biggest question, and maybe the missing slide there, was a comparative analysis between when your software is being deployed and when it's not. And so, like, what is the actual benefit of, I mean, I know what quants do, but what is the benefit to me putting my portfolio in the hands of your software? That can be increased gains or reduced losses, both are wins. But there's nothing in the deck that really tells me why I would want to be a subscriber.
Okay. Rodrigo, do you want to respond to that?
Yes. The traditional industry, when you invest in a mutual fund or stocks, you make the decision. Most of people don't have access to a investment advisor. So in this case, our technology is like it's like if you have your personal investment advisor that manages your investment daily. I believe that is an important point that I missed to tell in the presentation.
No, I completely get what you're trying to say you do. What I'm saying is there was nothing there where you proved you can do what you say you can do. So this is a bad example, and I'm not expecting you to adopt this. But if you created a control group of 5 active traders, and then 5 other traders put their equal portfolios with your software, and then you tracked performance over 3 to 6 months, at that point, your software is either clearly increasing wins or reducing losses, but it's doing something that makes the software super valuable. Because that's the thing about stock people is they like to increase their wins or reduce their losses, and they'll kind of take either one or both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have the performance of our technology here. Maybe I can show you.
Okay. We might not have enough time to go into detail, but maybe just a good thing to maybe include in the deck going forward, because it is a very legit question, I think. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Scott. Anything from Enrique or Jordan?
Once you set it up, does it go on autopilot? Do you have a way to backstop it? Do you have, like, what mechanisms do you have or to backstop trades that you don't want, or does it know? I mean, is the AI that good?
I don't hear you very well.
No? Oh, I'm sorry.
Could you repeat the question?
Can you hear me? Okay, no, my question is, once you get in this software, do you go like on autopilot and then you cannot stop any trades that you're not comfortable with? Or, I mean, is it something that you switch on and you're on auto and you just let it go? Or can you, get in and get out?
No, it's
I can take it.
Automatic.
Yeah, everything is an automatic, work stuff. We don't stop the process in any moment.
Okay. So How do you get clients to trust you enough? And I guess it goes back to the previous questions. If I'm going to be a client and I wanted to go in autopilot, what are you going to tell me to convince me to go on autopilot? Which goes back to the whole performance question that Scott was asking, right?
Yeah. The problem we are addressing here is for the people who want to invest in stocks, but they don't have the time or the knowledge or the capacity to take decisions on daily basis. But they know that the market is very crazy. The stocks market is very crazy every day, and they at the same time trust in technology for doing this.
Okay. So would you say this is a day trader robot, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. That was it. And we let the people to pick the stocks they want to be in this algorithm.
Okay. Thank you for your question, for your response. Anything from Jordan? Maybe a quick question or?
Yeah. It seems like your growth in AUM is a little bit flat. How are you acquiring customers right now, and how do you plan to change that?
Yes. Next month we will launch our offer to S&P market. Now our only product is the Chilean product, the Chilean stocks, and we are just in a couple of weeks we will launch our product of S&P. So we are just doing all the social media campaign and marketing campaign based on that.
Okay. So no active marketing yet. Does that answer the question, Jordan? Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. The whole team, right? Thank you for the presentation. I think next up we have Plannywise and Anibal. Are you here with us?
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so the company is called Plannywise, and I think we are halfway through actually with you guys. So I'm gonna start the timer whenever you share your screen.
1 moment.
All right, let's go.
Hello, my name is Aníbal. I'm CEO of Plannyway. Did you know how much medium and large companies lose due to the disconnect between planning and execution?
I do not.
Over $600,000 a year. This is a cross-industry problem. It's affecting 70% of companies in Latin America. The consequences include loss of operation control, resource wastage, delays, and communication breakdowns. Our platform is Planyways. Is a solution to this problem. It's a technological tool that connects process, projects, and operation data in the field. With Planyways, companies can play the operation workflow. Activities are automatically sent to the field executor, go through validation process, and we generate direct operational indicators from the obtained data. Planyways is based on Deming circle, enabling continuous operation improvement. This is our result with our client. Our model is B2B software as a service, fee $20 to $30 per users. We have a growth model through partners. We started in pandemic and already have over 600 users. Our roadmap is clear: prospect, raise capital, grow our teams, and over 4,000 users next year. Thank you.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you so much. This was shorter than 10 minutes. You did the whole pitch in 2 minutes. So here we go. A whole minute extra left for questions. Does anybody have any questions?
So if you were going to, in 20 words or less, could be 50 words or less, say, this is the problem and this is how we solve it. Like, give me that elevator pitch.
Excuse me?
So you've built a startup to solve a problem, right?
So you start up.
Yes.
So what is the actual problem? Because I didn't like you were moving really fast. So what is the problem you're solving and how are you solving it that's unique?
The problem is disconnection the office and land.
Okay.
Mhm. Can you explain more, maybe?
Mm,
For example, what industries does it help? Can you give an example?
Fishing and retail. And it's transversal. It's transversal. It is a transversal platform for the operation of company. It can incorporate workflow such maintenance, quality control, land inspection, and more.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, so it connects all these things.
Would
Uh-huh.
you
The
say that
company create
Cubic
or
is
workflow?
okay? Yeah, no, I understand. Is this a competitor of Cubic, for example, that we saw earlier?
My English is very bad. Excuse
Esta,
me.
esta compañía compite con Cubic, con la primera que vimos.
No, porque
How is it different?
¿en español puedo? ¿En español?
Well,
Sí.
maybe no.
I guess we might have to translate a little bit for the
We're
other
gonna have to
judges.
translate. Right.
Yeah, let's just make this the last question then.
Right.
Ok. Con Plannyways las compañías crean sus flujos de trabajo. Por ejemplo, tenemos una pesquera que es Blumar, que está en todo Chile. Ellos con Plannyways crearon su flujo de trabajo de seguridad y salud ocupacional y también crearon su flujo de trabajo de comercio exterior. Entonces, ellos con esta plataforma crean su operación de manera digital
Right.
y está
So
todo conectado.
Right. So the clients create their own workflows. So there's a company that created a workflow for, occupational and health hazards process, and then also for another process which has nothing to do with that. I forget what it was, but so it's like it's a workflow management, workflow design type of software. Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for translating, by the way, also. I think we can go to the next company. Thank you, anybody. Thank you for the pitch. You can stop sharing. And next up, we have Jorge with G Strata. You guys are here? Yes, I can see you. Wonderful. Jorge, you're free to present.
It's see. Can you see?
Yes, we can see. I'm gonna start the timer and let's go.
Okay. I'm Jorge Jimenez. I am geophysic, the founder of Geostrata. We are a company of geophysics. And we are talking about a problem that affects 60% of the world population. It's the water problem, and it's projecting to reach the 80% by the 2050. The agriculture is the most affected sector because it's consumed the 70% of the global fresh water. And these growing issues not only impact agriculture production, but extend across all industries for the manufacturing. So we are proposing a solution that is an innovative platform for the water management and prediction designed to address one of the most critical challenges of our time, the sustainability and management of the water resources. This achievement throws an intelligent platform that uses adaptive and AI algorithm with integrated geophysical satellite and IoT data, allowing to the inventory of water resources, forecasting of the water scenario, irrigation management, and the calculation of the water footprint. Our traction is we have a pattern technology, and we are working right now in a AI algorithm that enable accurate water prediction scenario and the water footprint. And we have a solution that designed to meet the growing demand of sustainability in agriculture. Our business model is a SaaS and B2B model business, focused to farmer, local government, agriculture organization, and well drilling company. If we only see the water use of for the uses acres for the agriculture, for example, in Chile, Mexico, Peru, and Florida, we reach the amount of almost $2 billion. If we have a cost of 1.21 per acres. So the market is huge. The TAM is almost 800 billions. So we only point for the 1% of the sum of the sum for the first year. So we are reaching almost $14 million in a year. So our team is composed for a diversified of qualified professionals. We are a master geophysics. I'm the founder. I master experience satellite technology like the aerospatial special engineer, and that's goal. Our milestone began in the 2016 with a performance with integration of geophysics for the groundwater. We're starting to make different tests around Chile, and in the 2022 we are patenting this system, the SEMQ1, and we are right now developing the platform. It's called G WaterLink. So this year we have the first user of this platform. The next years we are pretending to scale into the AS model here in Chile and 3 international markets. And for the 2026, we are pretending to partnership with government and other organizations for a large scale adoption.
Okay, that's your time, Jorge. So I do have to stop you. It's 3:30. Thank you so much, Ro. I think you can maybe go to the traction slide if you want, if that was a slide. But anyways, thank you so much. So let's start with questions.
So how do your customers measure success using your platform? What is the benefit that they
The
get?
benefits is, for example, agriculture who want to irrigate, we give you a plan to irrigate, optimize the water consumption.
And when you say prediction, that includes like what? Like
Prediction is mean, for example, if a year is effective for the Niño, for example, we have too much water, but this water is excessive for the plant, for the production. So we tell to these people that you will have a rainy year, so we have to do something to improve your agriculture movement. Or the other example is for the wells. For the wells, sometimes when it's raining, your wells is going to end at some point. So you're going to stress the aquifer. So we are making a plan for not stress the aquifer. I don't know if you understand.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Jordan or Scott, any questions from you guys?
Yeah, and I noticed on your website that you're leveraging blockchain technology. I'm curious why.
Why? I don't understand. Please, can you speak louder?
Why blockchain?
Blockchain, because the user, when you create the user in the platform, is with the blockchain technology, only to make more security and trustability. It's only for that. It's not for transaction, for nothing like Bitcoin of kind of stuff. It's only for the technology of the security.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think we can move ahead to the next company. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Great pitch. Thank you. And that was just Starta by Jorge. And next one, yeah.
Sorry. Ah.
Okay,
I
no worries.
cannot.
Next up, we have VTech by Fukai Data and Milton presenting it. Are you here with us, Milton? Yep, I
Good
can see.
afternoon. How are you?
Hello, hello. Milton, any chance you can put your video on so that we can see you?
Perfect. Let me check the.
Mm-hmm. Do you want a couple more minutes? We can maybe do next company and then you can come back.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fine. I'm going to share my screen now.
Okay. Any chance you can also share? Okay, here we go. Perfect. Hi, Milton. Okay, let's start.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm with two monitors, so I'm not sure if you can see
We
the
can see the deck.
presentation.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can see the
nice.
deck. Go ahead.
I will start. Well, if we look at VHV Escondida, the most important copper mine in the world, had two concentrated plants, Laguna Seca and Los Colorados. And the beginning of the process of this plant is the SAG mills. And SAG mills are very important because downtimes is around a cost for more than 100,000 per hour and more than 2.4 billion per year if you have a shutdown. So the meaning right now, we turn noise into real and actionable insights. So, for example, a failure in a machines on our motor beams start from many months ago. So we can detect an incipient damage using Vital, and that we can do before 3 to 6 months before a catastrophic failure. And with that, we can make early alerts up to 6 months, exact the precise location in the planetary gearbox, and make a recommendation to advance a maintenance if it's necessary. With that, Byte has a superior performance in all parameters because we don't use historical data, so we don't make a prediction we can detect in early stage. And with that, we can affect two important KPIs and the mining industry, that is increase in 30% the uptime of every asset and reduce up to 50% the maintenance costs. But we can do that more than in mining industry. We can do the same for example, pumps, water in the construction industry, and cars and truck maintenance, and even in the food and drinks industry. If we can look at the competitive matrix, we can do better than other competition, especially because the time of implementation that we use is less than a week. That because we don't have to train a model for several weeks or months. We have a team that can do that and make an important development, and we have advisor from Chile and US too. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you. That was right after right under 3 minutes. So perfect. Thank you. Any questions?
I think it was a really good pitch because you made the business case for what you do so obvious. There's an old story that a machine breaks down and everybody's walking around the machine and nobody can fix it. And somebody raises their hand and says, "You need to call Bob. He'll know how to fix it." And Bob comes in and walks around the machine and says, "Okay, it'll be $1 million for me to fix the machine." And they say, "We'll pay whatever. We're losing $1 million every 5 minutes." And Bob picks up a hammer and walks over and taps the machine in one place, and the machine springs to life. And he turns around and hands them an invoice for $1 million and they say, "Why would we pay you $1 million for just tapping the machine?" And he said, You didn't pay me $1 million for tapping the machine. You paid me $1 million to know where to tap. And I think you've just like what you're doing. I'd like to know a little bit more about the comparison between you and competition, but you've identified the where to tap.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, we can detect the specific part of the machines. We have a deterministic model that has no historical data. So basically, we use some equations to identify by vibrations on the machines when the failure can start.
You said vibrations?
The vibration is
Okay.
the main
Sound.
parameters that we
Right.
can use.
Okay. No, my question was that I just saw, I've seen this where you need to train a model, right? Even also Hewlett Packard, we did this type of stuff for like, oil platforms. But my question was going to be how, do you work with the equipment specs so that you don't have to look at historical data and not have to train a model? But then still, how can you do that if the machine has been there for 5 years, right? The pump or whatever.
Yeah.
So vibration is one of the things, right? So you measure other things that give you an idea of the way the equipment has aged and deteriorated
Yeah.
over time. So okay. And how
Yeah,
do
an
you
idea of the health of the rotative components in real time.
so does this mean that it only works well in certain type of equipment, like like things that have rotors in it, or things that have you know conveyors which are a slower rotor? How do you work around that? The type of equipment and all that.
It has if it has componentes rotativos or rotative components in the motors or in the other part of the equipment, we can make a diagnosis, and that will be an equipment like track, guys from Komatsu, Caterpillar, water pumps, and different kind of motors.
So you have to study really the specs of every type of machine that you work with, right? And you develop predictive models based on current sensing of certain parameters, right?
Oh, it's not a predictive model. We can detect the health of a rotative component using the vibration spectrum.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to give Jordan a chance to ask a question if he wants to.
Why not use historical data?
Good question, actually. Yeah.
Why we're not using historical data is the question?
Yeah, why aren't you using historical data?
That's because we can make the diagnosis in real time. So, for example, you put a sensor on Monday, and the same day we can make an analysis. In other models that needs historical data can have to put the sensor and wait to several weeks or months, and then entrain that data and make an prediction. We don't do that. We detect the early stage of the failure in the real time. We don't need to train a model.
You would need to train it on the specific machine. Is that what you're saying?
I think they're saying they don't have to wait 6 months to get like the necessary data to make the prognosis.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the pitch. Next
Thank you.
up, we have Martin presenting Powi. Martin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to start the timer once you share your screen. Let's go.
Sometimes I have a problem when I'm sharing full screen that even though I, progress, my screen freezes. So if that happens, please stop me.
Okay.
Presenting. All right. So let's go. Well, every year that pet tenancy increments all over the world, we already have 1 billion pets worldwide. And in Chile, we have 12 million pets. Nevertheless, apart from this number that is very big and is growing a lot, we have problems. Pet parents, 80% of them have their pets with the health of their pets, like behind schedule, meaning vaccinations, deworming, health checks. 80% of these pets aren't up to date. And in the side of veterinarians, 70% of them faces great difficulties with yes.
Oh, sorry, I think I'm gonna have to mute Anibal.
Oh, sorry. Should I start again?
No, just continue from this slide.
Okay, I will continue from this veterinarian side. We have 70% of veterinarians facing great difficulties with organizing the business to offer a good service and communicating with their clients, meaning pet parents too. So we have these two problems, and they impact in a negative way in the health of our pets. This can mean, for example, for instance, contagious of a deadly illness even. So from this problem arises an opportunity. That's why I created Paui, an all-in-one software as a service for pet care. Paui consists for the veterinarian side of a service platform. Basically, veterinarians work with Paui to attend pets, meaning that they can upload information as exams, radiographies, any files, any photo, any video about the pet. And this uploads to the pet profile and connects with the pet parent application that pet parents are downloading on Play Store and App Store, and they can have access to the information and being reminded about what's happening with their pets. So we were aiming only this market at the beginning, that is veterinarian care in LATAM, but now we have also USA market, that only USA is 10 times bigger than the whole LATAM market. So pretty good opportunity for us. Inside this market, we are aiming with a B2B business model, and we are using subscription plans. We launched it this year, and we have an important growth. Even though we understand and we are aware that our numbers are not the biggest one, we have a growth rate that we want to really keep going, and we raise it around for these two. I will go to the point later. We have already more than 1,500 pets with digital card, meaning 1,500 pets that will not lose their information by any means. Our difference with our competitors are that we have AI integrated in our core business, and we have an application that is designed for pet parents, apart from our competitors that are close to the veterinary center. Well, the team that makes this possible is Christian, CTO of the company, myself, who I'm the CEO, and Soledad, who is a veterinarian actually. And we also joined the team, these three very talented people that are growing with us. We just raised a $160,000 round that we will make. It will help us to keep growing. Here's our roadmap, what we want to do with this.
I do have to stop you here. It's like 3:35 at this point, but I think we can maybe even look at this roadmap for now. All right, thank you.
That was the end, and I lost some seconds there with the noise.
I did start when you first started actually pitching. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think that's that was a good pitch. So, like, I think we're done at this point. Let's just go to questions. Okay. Any questions? I love your slide with the pictures of the pets too, by the way. So that I think that's a nice touch. Yeah.
This one? Yeah, everyone has a pet. Well, almost everyone, but all the people in the team has had a pet at some point in their lives.
That's a requirement for you guys to hire?
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Can you clarify a little bit about who you're selling to? Are you selling to the veterinarians directly?
Yeah. I will use this slide for explaining that. So we have, for one side, the veterinarians we work with Paui, and we have the pet parents who can also access to this information with a whole another perks too. But who is paying for the platform are veterinarians. In this segment, we have veterinarians that work like alone. For example, veterinarians that work direct to home, or a veterinary clinic that can have a different amount of people working on. That's the people that pays for using Paui, and for pet parents, it is free to download it and access the information about their pets.
Do veterinarians and the groups that they work for typically not do these kind of reminders, or is that something that they don't build in-house?
So veterinarians, two options here, especially in Chile. I'm pretty sure that USA is different, but we have a bunch of veterinary clinics that are still working with paper. Well, there's no way to remind their clients with this case. Paper doesn't allow. And some of them are using software. That's where our competitors appear. And until now, they are closed software for the veterinary. There's no way that the pet parent can be connected. And some of them have reminders via email, like an automatic email that sends a reminder, for example, a vaccine. But we included in this equation a whole application for pet parents.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.
So does Poly integrate with existing care management or veterinary CRMs? Or would they have to be running two systems?
We have cases where they quit the previous software and start using PAWI. In those cases, we have a migration option. Then we have cases where they really love like the use of paper and the use of previous software. They really want to jump out, but they find the value of what PAWI does and they decide to use PAWI apart from the other software, using two softwares at the same time. We have that case too. And until now, there's no integration inside our competitors that can connect PAWI yet. It is an option that we have, like, we can consider to do it. It's not our focus right now, but it is there.
And what about AI? How are because you mentioned AI, everybody wants to mention AI. How is AI making Poly better?
Veterinarians use AI. We have a chatbot integrated where taking the information from the pet, if they, for example, prescribe a medicine, the AI can calculate the doses. Doses, I think is the word for what's the medicine that that pet should take, considering, for example, weight, the possible condition, etc. They can solve questions. They can build nutrition plans. It is really like helping what veterinarians were doing, searching in different sites on Google. So we really want to help that cases.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay,
So
any questions?
this is essentially electronic medical records for pets, right? And it has actuals from when the pet goes in and it gets recorded by the vet, and it reminds of future appointments and other things that need to be done because of the age of the pet or whatever, right? So have you considered monetizing all this data that you're going to be aggregating eventually for all these, hopefully tens of thousands of pets? Have you thought of that angle?
Yes, totally. It is, of course, in our roadmap what we want to do with data, and we usually run experiments. For example, right here we have a banner in the mobile application, and we wanted to test if there was a brand that wanted to use that space, even though with the tiny amount of users that we have until now. And we have a positive, let's say, deal that right now a pet insurance company is using. So yes.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of companies here in the U.S. in South Florida, particularly, that I've met that are playing in this, in this segment, right? But so if you could incorporate, I mean, and there's many that you could partner with, the way I see it. These people look at nutrition and activity on the pet. We have Fitbits on pets, and based on the nutrition and all these things, because this data is very translatable to the humans, right? But it's not protected by HIPAA rules. So, it becomes like a mine, so something you could mine for conditions on pets based on nutrition and activity and, the medical records too now. So it's just a thought, I think, it's a very, it's a growing field. this whole, humanization of pets segment.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you
Thanks
so
a
much.
lot.
I think we do have to switch to the next company. I believe we have two left. We have Lissy and Movismart. So let's start with Lissy and Cesar. Apologize for my Spanish. Hello, hello. So let's start, and I'm gonna start the timer when you start sharing. Okay.
Can you see?
Yes, we can see the screen. Please start.
Okay. If we take all the air conditioners that fail in a year, we reach a height of 10,000 times Mount Everest and cover 30% of the distance to the moon. Good afternoon, my name is Cesar Bascuñan and I'm the CEO of Lisi Software. The problem is the 60% of failures in HVAC system happens due to poor tracking of the equipment. And also, the companies in charge of providing maintenance service still depend on paper, which increase their operational costs by up to 50%. Lisi helps HVAC service companies manage their clients' equipment better and extend its life with digital tools and real-time data. We reduce costs, lower failure rates, and improve customer satisfaction. The future of climate control is in data. We are working on predicting leaks, emissions, and equipment failures, making HVAC systems more efficient and sustainable. We stand out from AOVO, Fractal, and OfficeTrack by deeply integrating with the specific needs of the HVAC air industry, offering complete traceability and automatic maintenance reports. The global HVAC service market is worth $90 billion. In Latin America is $5 billion. We focus on the industrial service sector, which give us a TAM of $600 million, some $30 million, and some of $2 million. Lisi works as a subscription platform with plans starting at $25 per user per month. Thanks to 25,000 in seed funding, we grew our revenue by 120%, reaching $3,000 per month and tripled our client base. 13 companies trust Lisi, including key locations like the Presidential Palace and Supreme Court. This October, we'll officially launch in Peru at Expo Calor. In November, we'll go to Miami to gather insight for our new native platform. By next year, we aim for quality and sustainability certification, private investment, and expansion into Miami and Mexico. We have a strong team of experts in marketing, technology, and customer success. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. This was almost 2:55, so perfect timing again. Any questions?
I want to apologize because my English is not very good. So I would like to get feedback on the presentation of questions.
I'll start. I think your English was pretty good actually. I think you were reading obviously. It looks like, but it was good. I mean, I understood really well. I have a question. Is this industrial or does this apply to like every home here is air conditioned? I had my AC fixed on Monday.
No,
So
it's for industrial companies.
Industrial. Are you looking to go into the home market as well, or wouldn't it not be, effective or profitable? How you looked at it?
Yes, but the problem in the industrial service is more big for the leaks, refrigerant leaks.
Yeah. No, and it's the lower hanging fruit, really, if you think about it, right? Es la fruta más,
Yes.
it's the lower, so
In any moment.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions or feedback for Cesar?
So the
You-
$25 per month, that's per company employee that's accessing the software, right?
Yes.
Not per customer.
No, for employees.
Okay.
Do you do only predictive failure analysis, or do you also do optimization? There's a lot of that going on here. You know, a lot of optimizing of climate at the industrial level. You know, they have sensors out there. They're turning on things and turning them off. You know, and trying to control like through feedback process and feedback loops. Is this only looking at the failures and not optimizing?
Yes, and preventive maintenance.
Preventive maintenance, okay. Because you could partner with a company that does the, you know, the optimizing, which is everything here now. You know, it's one of the growing things here.
I do have
you
to
have
stop
a
you
better.
guys here because we're gonna run out of time soon. So let's just go to our last company for today. Last but not least, yeah, thank you so much, Cesar. Oh my God. So last company for today is Movie Smart. Okay, we have Pedro presenting. Pedro, you ready? You're muted, I think. Maybe you need to unmute.
Anastasia, sorry to interrupt. Milton is asking to if you can accept it.
Oh, we don't have a waiting room. There's no waiting room, so.
Okay, I will tell him. Thank you.
Okay. Pedro?
Okay.
There you are. Okay,
Good
perfect.
Good afternoon, everyone. Do you see my presentation?
We did, but now we do not. So maybe you want to reshare?
Yeah. I think now you can see my presentation. Is that all right?
Yes.
Well,
all right, let's start.
Let's start. My name is Pedro Gonzalez. I am CEO and founder of MoviSmart. We, MoviSmart, develop solutions and bring solutions in order to avoid road accidents worldwide. Road accidents are a global huge problem that makes people dead and make a lot of cost for the government and also for the industry. Only in the United States, the annual cost of the traffic accident when trucks are participating is around 19 billions. So it's a huge problem. If we see the fleet control solutions, what are close to make solution for that problem is also a huge market. The way we address that the problem is with a set of solutions, being the main SATCAP. SATCAP is a hardware and software platform that register the physical dynamics and behavior of vehicles using our own devices and software also. Being the key factors of our solution is that we compute a specific safe speed for each vehicle, breaking just the 10 that today's GPS solution that mainly check if the driver go over the legal maximum speed. We compute a specific safe speed for each vehicle in each part of the road. In that way, with our patent technology, we can ensure that all the fleets go in a risk-controlled way. That scientific approach to the road risky allow us to bring many difference with the today's fleet control solutions. The way we go to the market is through a monthly fee for each sensored vehicle, and also selling information to the insurance companies.
Mhm.
As far we are shown that we can make a behavioral change in the driver, and also dismiss the precursor event that explain the traffic accidents. Our team is a synergical group of engineers, or Chileans, civil, electronic, and industrial engineers. And what we want in the USA is mainly get agreements with parents, and also to get patent licenses of our technology. In that way, we are very committed to spread our technology as objective worldwide.
Okay, thank you, Pedro. I have to stop you here. I do love that you included an ask in your slide deck.
Okay.
Wonderful. So we have a couple minutes left for questions. So anybody wants to go first? No questions.
Do you have like a warning that goes out? How does this behavioral change happen?
Yeah, we put a device on the cabin near to the driver in order to bring anticipate alarms to provide controlled speed down of the velocity of the vehicle. And also we can make register of all the circumstances previous to that event for future analysis.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be cautious about that phrase behavioral change. We have lots of traffic policemen in the USA, and none of them get us to slow down. There's no behavioral change. But I think there's tremendous value in, as you pointed out, loss of life, cargo damage, etc. You're an early warning system to an impending disaster. And so you create an opportunity for that driver to mitigate their own behavior, but you can't really say that out loud.
Yes, as far we are shown that is possible. The key factor of the road accident are the driver. That is not a brand new news, but is the key in order to avoid and approaching the main factor that explain the road accident. And that is dramatically stronger when a truck is participating in a road accident.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Any final questions? All right. Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Thank you, you all.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that's it then. Thank you guys so much. So we are going to give our judges just a couple minutes to go over the points and make sure that they choose the winners and put all the points, and we can share those with you later too so that you can get some feedback. Meanwhile, I'm going to launch an Audience Choice Award. So please vote. I'm only talking to the startups right now. So please vote for your favorite company. The judges don't have to vote in this poll, just the startups. And let's see who won. Don't vote for yourself. I know you probably liked your pitch the best, but we are trying to get an objective opinion here. So please vote for your favorite pitch today. And we'll see who won the audience choice. And we're going to just give our judges a couple minutes to look over the notes and make sure that they're ready. You guys let us know when you're ready to give us some feedback and choose the winners. Now look at that. We have a tie, I think, between 3 companies right now. Oh, wait, no, there is more. There is VTech also. Wow. Okay.
By the way, the spreadsheet wasn't doing any totaling, so I
no.
totaled my
Okay, thank you so much
stuff.
for doing that.
So that might break the rest of the spreadsheet, but I figured I'd let you know ahead of time.
Okay. We're gonna probably ask you guys to just announce first, second, third place. Give us a little bit of feedback why you chose your first place, right? And then we'll see if I can just combine these numbers from everybody real quick. Meanwhile, I think we have VTech actually winning the audience choice. Look at that. Congratulations. Eco is very close. And then we also, I think some people have not voted yet. I would encourage you guys to vote. You know, it doesn't hurt. Nobody's gonna know it's you. It's anonymous. Okay. Okay, we do have 11 people voted, so I think that's everybody who was supposed to vote. Wait, no, 16. We have a couple more people. Okay. Are the judges ready? Maybe you guys, maybe some of you are ready to speak about your choices, and then we can sum it up.
I think that I'll go first. First of all, this is really hard to do, and all of us judges have raised money and we've done this, and so we understand in advance how nerve-wracking it is. It's a very weird environment because you're surrounded by other it's a beauty pageant, honestly. You're surrounded by other startups and you're being evaluated hopefully on your own merits, but also in, to a certain extent in comparison to what's going on around you. I felt like overall, all of you did a good job following, um, kind of following an outline in terms of what a pitch deck should include. I think the only thing that I would encourage you to do is to use examples, especially, or analogies or stories, things that help that person that's watching your pitch to attach to whatever your key point is, to reinforce it, even if you think it's really obvious to you, because it frequently won't initially be obvious to a potential investor. I had, am I supposed to just say my scoring?
You can kind of say like your first, second, and third place, and just explain a little bit more why you chose your first place.
Yeah, I went along with the audience. I agreed. I felt like VTech had the clearest pitch. I had a very clear understanding of the problem that they were solving, the cost of that problem, the benefit to the people that would have that problem, and then how they were solving it. There's still some tech in there, and I think Jordan was kind of and Enrique were kind of in the same boat where there's some pieces there we'd want to understand better about historic model, AI, how you're different, but I think it was the most clear. I had Poly second. And a lot of that goes to the surprise that I have that a lot of veterinarians are still in paper. But I think that creates a huge opportunity for that platform to run far, run fast. Because if you get the veterinarians, you're gonna get the pet parents. And then I had Lisi and Kubik tied as my thirds. It was a little bit tough. Kubik was the first, so they were getting used to that time crunch. So we didn't get to see the whole pitch. So some of that is, practice your pitch at different where you're being given different time allotments. But I felt like they were both fairly clear, like they were closer to that bullseye of I get it. And because I get it, I would want to have another conversation to say what would it might look like if I chose to be involved.
Okay. Thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. Thank you. That was very, very useful. Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next? I think maybe Enrique is still kind of counting his points, right? So Jordan, would you like to speak next?
Yeah, I also went with the audience for number one. VTech, I think, just had an interesting problem that they were solving and presented it quite well.
Okay, thank you. And who was your second and third choices?
Mine were a tie. My second choice was a tie between Hawaii and Echo 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
both had effective presentations and interesting business concepts too.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Because I see Power is coming up, same as Eco, coming up a lot, kind of like in the second place, even in the judges' sheets. What can they maybe improve to be in the first place next time? What was lacking for you?
The thing that was lacking for me was the pitch could have been a little bit crisper.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just the presentation itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. And I think we have Enrique next.
Yes. Okay, so I have a I for VTech and G Strata. I think the whole G Strata, I mean, that's a very I like the business concept. You know, it's one of the growth industries of the future, as they say. You know, water is a scarce resource. It's getting harder and harder to get clean water for a lot of people in the developed world. So I like the business concept of those two particularly, and then of self and Powi and Lisi Climatización. I see at least three, and when you come to Miami, hopefully we'll be able to talk. I know companies that I saw emerge last year, and that I've seen, through the recent couple of years, that you could partner with, that are operating in the same space, but with a combined offering of what you have and what they have. It could be interesting, right? Companies that you could partner with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Thank you so much. And the audience award, I guess we have VTech winning by 1 vote. The second, 2 votes. Second place would be Eco3, and everybody else got about like 1 vote. So great job, guys. Great job today. I am going to share the spreadsheets with the results from all the judges with you in the chat. So if you guys want to put some notes in for them, some, words of feedback, whatever you want, I'm going to, share them later with our startups. And thank you so much again. I know we're like a few minutes late, but thank you so much for giving us your time today. We really, really appreciate it. We hope to see you again. We hope to see you in person at some point, all of you. And is it okay to share your information with the startups if I give them with LinkedIn's or emails, whatever you guys prefer?
Sure. Yes, sure.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And that concludes our pitch contest for today. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
See you.
Thanks for your time. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.